of happiness called the Happiness Studies Academy. So I listened to some podcasts and all that, and I was interested in the message here. So I enrolled for the school. For this, one, because there was a very high fees. We were paying 50,000 shillings every month. And I enrolled because I really wanted to understand. You say there was a science of happiness. And the science of happiness comes from psychology. And the teachers studied some psychology. And the traditional psychology that people know deals with what we call psychosis. It deals with negative human experiences, stress, anxiety, and those disorders. But that's just part of life. Life has both joy and sorrow. There's no life which is just sorrow. There are moments of joy. There is no life which is just happiness. It has to have some sorrow as well. Then they say it's the way our brains are wired. Generally wired towards negativity. The people pay more attention to negative experiences rather than positive experiences. And even if you read the Kenyan newspapers, movies, or watch the news are bad news. Wale watu wameenda na maji, manda, rape. These are what I read rapes. People have died. That is put 2 pages at the end of the relation. But we are not talking about who have been born. Have you seen children being advertised? We are not talking about people who are happy. We are talking about sadness. But you say that is not complete. Life has to have both. So that's why a famous professor who was the head of the American Psychology Association called Professor Martin Seligman, who said they are going to produce a new branch of psychology called positive psychology. And the positive psychology looks at the brighter side of things. The things we should acknowledge, the sadness, okay, but we should talk more about happiness and joy and encourage people to be happy instead of always reinforcing sadness, always reinforcing negative experiences in our society. So the professors took off that for some time. And then within it, a new branch also developed, which is called the science of happiness. The 2 professors you saw on the video, Professor Tan Shah, was a famous psychology professor at Harvard University. And this is my mentor. He's the person who is the head of the Happiness Studies Academy in New York, which we went to. And we discovered that happiness could be studied as a subject on its own. And yes, he set up class institutes for nothing else. But for getting people to understand what happiness means, and 2, what we can do to increase the levels of happiness in our lives. And we made a very fundamental statement that happiness is a universal aspiration of every human being. And for Americans, it's a fundamental human right for every person to live a happy and prosperous life. And then when you look at what people are doing, sometimes we operate on autopilot. We don't even think exactly what. Everything we are doing in this world is done in the hope and belief that's going to make us happier. Even in this school, you're a cook. No. What do you think is cooking? You need to rice, carrots, and those things. He's cooking because he thinks at the end of the month he will be paid for it. And then with the money, he's going to make himself happier, isn't it? The surgeons who are operating people, they are doing it in the hope that maybe they'll get some personal satisfaction out of it. And also, you'll be paid, isn't it? And when you get the money, what do you do with it? You try to make yourself, you buy shoes, buy clothes, so, everybody. That's part of it. But we are more focused. Is from around high school. You know, you have been fasting, you don't see you should not fast, isn't it? It is expected that when you come to Alliance, you are already fast, unless you work hard to fail. But you go to university, you'll find other exams there. In physics, in chemistry, whatever. Yeah. So you are working hard, you celebrate a bit, you go to university, you do other exams. Isn't it? The story is the same. Pass, get a good job, your life will be happy. You are passed, even in the university you will pass. Some of you basic carers, master degrees, PhDs. When you get a job, what happens when you get a job? Yeah, you will be happy because the others who are employed, but you'll be told work hard so that you can get a promotion. In fact, work hard so that you can be confirmed. Work hard so that you can be promoted. So again, you start yourself, you work hard because you're going to be happy after you are promoted. And for sure you do. And then you are There the other challenges you have targets to meet. There's competition because when you are promoted, kuna wengine who you are bypassed, isn't it? So with your politics coming, you have stepped on other people's toes, the work environment can become toxic so that you are not happy. But let's assume all that happens, you know, to know you've got a car, you've got a house, you know, married. So that now you can get married, get happy. Some of you will be lucky to have very nice wives, but others will be very nasty to you. And you can see a lawyer, one who is some divorces, you know, very serious fights. So, marriage is not always happy, but it can be. So, I'm saying, don't think it will be automatically happy. You can even go beyond that, become the richest person, have a lot of money. But I even know people who have a lot of money, who are not happy. Actually, I think the richest man in the world was J.D. Rockefeller. And when he died, he said his money had not brought him happiness. So your life can be empty, can be void. Now, here in school, I know you're working very hard. I know even the person who is number one. Who is number one in this? Murungi, and who is here? Who did all the others? Your name? They call you? Hey, I blew him off. I encourage you very much. Who is your number two? Yes? Where is it? Hakuna? Okay. Let's assume he's there. Let's tell us. Yes, that time we have to go my coffee. Now, I know you are the enemy of these other students. But even in Econo, I've got to work very hard to remain number one, isn't it? And Kevin is working very hard to become number one. So number one is working very hard so that it does not go back to number two. And number two is working very hard to become number one, isn't it? So don't think people are happy and comfortable because they are in these positions. It is a strength for you to be there. There are many things to worry about, you know, as a student. You are worrying about which university you're going to go, which career you're going to do. You will be a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, teacher, businessman, or zero. I know you don't talk about it, many of you also worried about the girlfriends and whether you're married or not, these things. But you're told to focus on the immediate road space. When you're driving your car, you know you're going to Mombasa, but you only look at what is in front of you. I'm aware, as a happiness trainer, that students are struggling with various psychological problems, anxiety, depression, eating and sleep disorders, and some extreme cases When you get a pay rise, you won't even hire. So people are always discontented. There is no person who is contented. People see around, everybody feels inadequate or something, which has not happened. So what's my message? My message to you is try to be happy now. As a student, despite all the challenges, try to be happy now. Who tells you are going to be here for all those other years ahead? Nobody knows how long his life is. So, even as you're in school, try to be happy in school. I'm going to give you some suggestions. I've also been in school here, I know what we can. How can we raise our levels of happiness as students? First of all, you've seen Professor Rumova saying don't bother about the definition of happiness. People have been trying to define happiness, or also read philosophy, history, all the way from Aristotle and Plato. People are trying to define happiness without success. That professor that was saying there are about 8,000 meanings of happiness because it's subjective and every person is unique. You define your happiness in your own way. So Pierre Rumba says you don't define food, but you eat food every day. So you try to be happy. What we have as happiness practitioners is a working definition of happiness. And we say happiness must have at least some element of pressure. It must have some meaning and purpose, of life. Then they say we should never try to look for happiness directly. You wake up in the morning and think you are going to look for happiness, you will not find it, and you might end up very unhappy. So you don't look for happiness. You look for happiness indirectly. You do other things which when you look back, you feel good, and those things make you happy. Even like you are doing an exam, you cannot be happy before you do the exam. But after the results come out and you got a star, that is when you feel very happy. So happiness always comes after something. The Happiness Studies Academy has developed a model which you can use to bring happiness in your life. By the way, take note of this, that nobody can give you happiness. It is you yourself who can give yourself happiness. So all these are strategies, frameworks, which you can use to make yourself happier. And the model is called SPIRE. SPIRE. Because a human being is complicated. Mind, body, soul. They say you have to take in a human being as a totality, for him to be happy. SPIRE stands for 5 elements. S stands for spiritual well-being. P stands for physical well-being. R stands for relational well-being. And E stands for emotional well-being. Let me try to quickly run through them. First, spiritual well-being. Spiritual well-being, when we talk about spirituality, people quickly conclude we are talking about religion. Well, that's just part of it. It can be religion or not. What we are talking about is something that you sincerely believe in, something that you love to do, something you are truly passionate about, something which gives your life meaning and purpose. The Japanese call it ikigai, which means the reason of your life, the reason why you live, the reason why you wake up every morning. So it's something you have to be passionate about. I always give you the example of Professor Okarimagai, who trained as a veterinary scientist and got a PhD in that. But what gave her the Nobel Prize was not veterinary science, was not animal science. It was the environment, trees. So she was so passionate about trees, we saw her physically fighting the police at Karula Forest. So it does have to reduce your circuit. But there is something that you are very passionate about, something which gives you meaning in your life. And then the second aspect of spirituality is what we call mindfulness. Mindfulness is paying attention. Mindfulness is having focus and being present in the here and now. There's a lot of happiness in life, but you don't pay attention, you cannot. We even give young people the example of Miss Kenya. You know, Miss Kenya can be very beautiful, she can pass by, but if you're not looking at her, can you know whether she's beautiful? So you have to pay attention. Then when we are paying that attention, you should not worry about other things because they are really listening. When Kipchoge Keino is running the marathon, do you think he's thinking about girlfriends? Do you think he's thinking about the friends they are drinking with? His focus is on the track. So, for you to be spiritual, you require the two things: meaning and purpose, focus, and mindfulness. Now, for you as a student, you have to sort yourself out, find out what you can be passionate about, try to discover it, and when you do it, you are going to be happier. Then two, the physical being. This is about yourself. There is no other person like you. That is why your ID, your thumbprint, is different from any other thumbprint in the world. So you are unique. Don't try to copy anybody else. You are yourself. And you are the most important person. I know you are thinking about PhDs, or you are going to be a bishop, a professor. You will never be if you are not there. If you are dead, and even be a student, you have to arrive. I went for a seminar in China, and then we were told to do some analytic. Then the students write one. We have a paper, write one somewhere. Or you can do a mental stuff. Write one. You want to be what? A millionaire. Write zero. You want to be a farmer. Write zero. You want to be a professor. Write zero. You want to be a surgeon. Write zero. So everything you want to write a 00 after one. Okay? Then they told us, cancel the one. What do you get? You can get 6 zeros or 12 or whatever, isn't it? So what is that? It's nothing. So all those things you think you can be, if you are not there, then they are not there. Are we together? So what are we talking about? Self-care. You must eat well. If you are sick, you must take care to take medicine, whatever. You have to do some physical exercise for your body. You have to sleep, take a good rest to avoid burnout and such things. I know in situations like this, especially when exams are near, students sleep very few hours. Some of them when we high school, you got to make a match work, right? So that you don't go to sleep. And then read until the wee hours of the morning. That is not good. I know many students who didn't sleep well, they didn't even pass well. We beat them. Physical exercise. I know physical exercises, especially during the exam hour. Now, what do? It is wrong. You have to do some physical exercise. We are not telling you to go and run the marathon or play in a football team or whatever, and do some exercise. Even walking to my area, I was telling you is good exercise. Play just a friendly football, just to stretch your body. That's very important because it also affects, it refreshes your mind. Resting after reading, sleeping is also very important because you avoid fatigue, you avoid stress, and you are fresh, when you wake up. Eating properly is important. Have you ever talked to somebody who are not eating flour? They are very angry, they are short tempered. They don't even want to converse. I know the way you used to eat here. One of us has to say a prayer. By the time the prayer is finished, you just hear spoons and forks, eating the plates. 3 minutes later, people have finished their walking out. Take time to enjoy your food. Digestion starts in the mouth. Don't rush. Food is an important aspect of life. Intellectual well-being. They say, because you have great cows who zero grazing, not like a mombe, give it food, salt, and whatever grows fat. So the cow is happy. But do that to human being. Make a quantum, give him food, drink, whatever he wants. And then you will be another person. So the human being has to be intellectually stimulated. They say curiosity killed the cat, but it has not killed any woman, and it has not killed any man. So they say for the mind, you have to be curious. You have to be open to new ideas, new experiences. You saw me riding an elephant in one of the videos there, isn't it? Yeah, it was in Cambodia last month. He decided to go to a country and never been and do things I've never done. So, and I was happy. Because these are experiences that you normally don't get. So, there are many things you can do to stimulate your mind. I know you're reading for exams. That one, you are allowed reading books, but for a time. But you can get a lot of entertainment by reading books. They are not telling you which. Read the one which makes you happy, the one which gives you pleasure to read. You can listen to music, you can get some new ideas by listening to music, watch movies, and all that. And these days, entertainment is in your hands, on your phone, isn't it? I know you are not allowed to keep phones in school, usually. But there's a lot of entertainment there. Spotify, on Facebook, and all that. Use it, but be very careful about it because No, in the school, you have a lot of opportunities. Intellectual stimulation, of course, this is the basic. And it is for you to find out what can make you happy. In the relationships. They say relationships are the key generators of happiness. Friendships. They say no man can be happy alone. Even if you are as clever as what, even if you have so many PhDs, and you are alone in the forest with nobody else to talk to you, the PhD becomes meaningless to you. Even if you have so much money and nobody else is around you, even the money becomes useless. Actually, they are saying you are into the matchbox and the money alone in the forest, and if it gets cold, you might use the money to make fire. So, human social connections are most important in life. I think you're also reading about commons, emotional intelligence. Which is what you read in school only accounts for 20% of your success in life. 80% comes from the relationship that you have with other people. You know, the friendships that you make from colleagues. This Alliance Good Voice Association is a very good, because that is why you meet very many people who are ahead of you, people like me, who have come to share with you joys and frustrations of life. You find them there, and maybe the interviews, the advice you get jobs and all that. So it's very, very important. Make friends with other students who are here. God has brought you together. Some from Nyanza, Rift Valley, Coast. Where else can you have an opportunity of making so many friends in one setting, like what you have here at our ancestors? Make friends with each other. Don't fear them. They are human beings like you. Isn't it? Even the person who is cooking is a human being. Don't just take the food and run away. Msalimie vizuri is very important in your life. Are we together? And when you get out, even a total stranger, like when you fly in an aeroplane, you meet people you don't know. But you end up, I know a man who met a woman in the US, if you live together, by the time they came here, they were good friends, now they are married 20 years. So even you meet people, total strangers, engage them. People meet the helps. Just say hello. They say happiness is contagious. You smell somebody smells, back to you. Friends will enrich your academic life. They will make you happy. And they will make life tolerable. I'm talking about my Karenjin friend. The one who used to read in the library here. Actually, we continued. He later became a lawyer in Kapsabet. I visited him, and we continued most of our life. Very unfortunately, we passed on last year. Emotional well-being. I told you life is both joy and pressure, but it has also painful emotions, the sadness, anger, and sorrow. These are part of life. However much we don't want the pain and suffering, I can assure you it is inevitable and it's going to be in every life. Even happy lives come to an end. There will be a time when you will be forced to bury your children, bury your parents, bury your colleagues, and these are moments of sorrow and grief. And they will be there. So, what we do about these inevitable, negative human experiences? We say it's on the stones and dead people. Nobody feels pain. Everybody else feels pain. Here we encourage people to cry. Hata kama ni mwanaume, cry. Because crying releases the tensions Life removes the pent-up emotions in your body. That's why women survive better in terms of crisis than men. Two, we have to be there to support each other, sharing the pain in difficult moments is important because it lessens the pain. The Happiness Studies Academy does not tell you you don't suffer pain, but it says it will psychologically prepare you, especially to understand that pain is temporary. There is no pain which is there forever. It is only for a short time, and after that life continues. Even after you mourn afterward, you don't mourn forever. You mourn for 3-4 months, and after that memories time. And so you should not exaggerate pain or magnify it beyond the scope in which this is supposed to be. There are moments when pain can be overwhelming, and that time you can seek professional help. Even psychiatrists, psychologists can also help you to walk through that pain. But even in extreme circumstances like death, we always give ourselves hope. And that is why the bishops and the ministers of the church are critical. Because they encourage you. They tell us, you know, the end of it. Better life awaits for us in the beginning. So this relieves us and refuses it. I know pain, anxiety, distress usually get very high, especially in the Form 4 class during exams. I think you can remember what I've told you. Try the spine framework. Try to see, even within that difficult stretch you're going through, whether there are some of these elements you can use to relieve tension, anxiety, and try to enjoy even the academic level, because that opportunity is still there. I don't want to see beyond that. Let me say, when I was in primary school, there's a Swahili book we used to read. It was so many kwa furaha. Very powerful message. So many kwa furaha. So as I sit down, the message to you is so many kwa furaha. So I wish you success and all the happiness in the studies and the prospective members of the Alliance Old Boys Association. Thank you so much. God bless you.